before you guys watch this video, I just want to say that some of these clips aren't mine. I'll have the Twitch streamers / YouTubers whose clips they are. I'll have them in the description. Also, this video is sponsored by Lag Society. If you guys want access to some awesome and comfortable gaming apparel, click the link in the description. Use promo code GrumpyGaming for 10% off. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I know what you guys are thinking. EA making a free game is not real. Well, it's 100% true in Apex Legends. A free battle royale, one of the hottest battle royales in the industry right now, smashing every single record in video game history, right? And it's an EA game, so try it out. You don't get that many free EA games that often. It's breaking many records, like I said. In this video, I'm going to explain how Apex Legends can pass Fortnite. Because as you can see by the statistic, it is second on views of gaming on Twitch. So yeah, in this video, I'm explaining 5 ways that Apex Legends can beat the king of games in Fortnite. Alright, so for number 5 on my list, right, I got appeal to an audience and stick with it, right? Because if you guys didn't know, Fortnite, their audience is towards little kids, probably somewhere between 8 and 12, right? Because, you know, a lot of times when streamers do random duos, they usually get put with little kids, right? So, Apex needs to appeal to a certain audience. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Buddy, you know, they got all these big streamers like Ninja and Tfue and Nick 830, they appeal, you know, they're adults and they're playing Fortnite. Well, I never said that adults couldn't play Apex or, you know, that adults can't play kid games, kids can't play adult games. Well, look at me, I play and for mature games, just depending on mature level, but that's something different. But yeah, Apex most definitely needs to appeal to an audience. Personally, I'd say what they're trying to appeal to is probably teenagers, 13 through 17, and more of the adult, more mature, a mature level of an audience, which is something in the complete opposite direction of what Fortnite did by going after the little kids. So that's why I rate this kind of low, because that's why this is like my 5th rated on the list, because we don't entirely know what Apex is supposed to be looking at as the maturity level, right? Because in Fortnite, you got all these kiddie weapons and the kiddie animation, and in Apex, you got kind of more mature animation, right? So that's why I have to put Apex with more being on a mature level, more of teenagers and up, and yeah, that's why I'd say that's the audience that Respawn Entertainment / EA are kind of trying to move towards, right? So that's a good thing that Apex is appealing to an audience, and they're not just going all willy-nilly trying to just promote their idea. But yeah, anybody can play the game, of course. And yeah, now to my number 4 option on the list. Okay, so for number 4 on my list, I have don't vault unnecessary weapons, right? So, the updated version of Apex right now, the only weapon that they've added is the Havoc to the game, right? And they haven't taken out any weapons that were recently introduced. So that's good. Apex, you're doing a great job of not vaulting weapons that don't need to get taken out of the game, right? If you guys don't know what vaulting weapons means, it means taking them out the main build of the game so that you can never use them again, right? And I personally, you know, I don't like vaulting weapons unless they're like really broken. And I feel like Fortnite does that a lot, where they vault things that people never asked to be vaulted, or they just vault things like all willy-nilly, and they don't. I'm just gonna say that because that's gonna kind of lead into another topic. So I just want to say they vault things. Like, look at the Bolt Sniper that got taken out the game. Nobody asked for that to get taken out. They took out the heavy shotgun. which was a great shotgun for people who potato a little bit, like me. What else did they take out the game? They took out the TAC SMG. That was a great SMG. They took that out of the game, put in a crappy SMG, right? Also, they took out bounce pads. Bounce pads were great in the game. Like, you were able to rotate out of the storm, were able to make some great plays with them. It kind of sucks they're gone. And also the grappling hook. I don't know why they took out all these things. They took out much more, but some of the things that they took out were supposed to be taken out because they were too overpowered, or they just didn't work with the game. So that's one good thing that Apex has done. They haven't vaulted stuff, weapons that aren't necessarily need to be vaulted, which is great. So that's all I have to tell you about this topic, and I'll see you guys when I talk about my number thingy. Alright, so for my number 3 on my list, I have don't update your game with unnecessary stuff. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. What unnecessary stuff are you talking about? So, if you guys didn't know, Fortnite gets a lot of, pretty happy about updating. Updating your game is good and all, but when your game suffers from it, it's not that great. For example, they include stuff like the snowmen, the chiller grenades, the boom boxes, suppressed snipers, they add a lot of stuff that nobody really asks for, if you know what I mean. Like, they add a lot of suppressed weapons, probably because they're running out of ideas, or they think that, just because it's it's a new week, we have to update our game, which is not true whatsoever, right? And instead of, doing that, they should focus on fixing their game, right? A lot of streamers, big streamers, and even the small streamers, or even people who don't stream at all, they complain about the game not being able to build. People going through their walls, right? People going through their ramps, stuff like that, not being able to build in certain places where they should be able to. Just random glitches that aren't working, right? So instead of focusing on, adding new content to a game that is flourishing without even adding any of the new content. Like, the game was good before. I feel like when Epic is adding these new things to the game, they do too much, right? And so in doing too much, that makes people not want to play the game. So Apex, EA, please don't try to add unnecessary stuff to your game. And if there's issues to your game, make sure that is the number one priority of what you guys deal with first, instead of trying to add everything to your game. Alrighty, so for number 2 on my list, I have keep your game updated. Now, I know what you guys are saying. You're contradicting yourself by saying in the last point you said for number 3 that Fortnite updates your game way too much. And that is true, but what Fortnite does do, when they update their game, even though they update it to the point where nobody wants the things that they updating, they do keep their game updated, which is always nice in the video game world. Because there's games like CSGO. That game has been out for like 10 plus years. People still play. You know why people still play it? Because the game is updated. I can't stress that enough. Keep your game updated. Now, we know every so often when a game's updated, not everybody's going to like what's updated about it. But it doesn't matter. You're still updating the game, giving out new content for people to at least try, right? And I feel like Fortnite just does it to the point where, nobody really likes the weapons because they're running out of ideas. Apex, so far, they've only updated their game once with the Havoc, and that gun's alright. I kind of like it. But yeah, so Apex has done a decent job updating their game. They keep their item shop updated, even though I kind of wish that their item shop would appeal more to me, because in Fortnite, I've bought a decent amount of skins, a decent amount of emotes, and I personally like most stuff that they put in their item shop, but I feel like Apex doesn't do as good as a job as Fortnite. Maybe that's because Fortnite is more of a kiddie game, and it has different things that appeal to a child, but Apex just doesn't do that for me, and they need to step that up. Alrighty, as for number 1 on my list, I have that you need to listen to your community. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Epic Games does listen to their community, and that is true. I feel like most of their input goes towards the bigger streamers, right? Let's give somebody like Ninja an example, right? He'll say, oh, the drum gun needs to get removed because it's too OP, and then the next day you hear in the next patch that the drum gun is going to get removed, right? I feel like Epic Games, the only community they listen to is the big streamers, because they know that if the big streamers stop playing their game, let's say if Tfue or Ninja said, I'm not playing Fortnite anymore, people who watch them, because they average at least 60,000 or more viewers, right? They're going to listen to them more, because they know that if they stop streaming the games, then other people will stop playing it because their favorite streamer is not playing the game anymore, which is kind of sad that it's like that. That people follow somebody else and don't have a mind of their own, right? That kind of sucks, but I guess that's 2019 for you. But yeah, that's why Epic doesn't listen to their community. But as a small YouTuber, that kind of sucks, but yeah, nothing I can do about it. But for Apex, if Apex will not just listen to the bigger streamers like Shroud, who's probably the face of the game, right? Apex Legends right now, if they will, I don't know, listen to other people, just people like on Twitter or something, who have complaints about the game or ideas to make it better, they would listen to them instead of like what Epic Games does, and listens to Ninja or big Fortnite YouTubers. Maybe that'll make the longevity of this game worthwhile. And yeah, like I said, just listen to not just the big people, but the little people too, and you'll be fine. Alrighty, everybody, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took me so long to do, but I'm happy I finished with it, and I'm so proud of the finished product. If you guys didn't agree with me or agree with me, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Let me know what I can do better about the video. Also, if you guys want to click on the screen to watch any of my previous videos about some random stuff on the channel. Like I said, the video is sponsored by Lag Society. Click the link in the description. If you guys want access to some awesome gaming apparel, use promo code GrumpyGaming for 10% off. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, favorite, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Get notified whenever I go live, whenever I upload another video. New video coming soon. Has something to do with the Fortnite, the new balls in the Fortnite. So stay tuned for that. Follow me on my socials down below. Also join Discord as well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. 2 fingers, one up your nose and one up your mama's.